Alright lads, this is just going to be the usual 40-second intro, so if you want to skip it to get straight into the content, I've put timestamps in the timeline. In this video we're going to be covering all the shotguns in the game, including lever action, tac shotgun, charge shotgun and dragon's breath. We're going to break them down and explain to you how to use each one for their maximum potential and everything like that. So just promise me that if you find anything useful in this video, go down to the bottom right corner of the video and click the wolf logo to subscribe. But only do it if this video helps you out, which it will, because that's what we do over here at YT-Uprising. We help people, we grow. Also, if you want to ask me any questions, just comment below and I got you covered. If you want to greatly help us grow, you can also join any of our socials, including our Discord, using the links in the description. So now let's get straight into the video, boys. Let's do this. So starting off right away, we're going to get straight into it with the lever action shotgun, the newest shotgun in the game, and it is kind of basically just a knockoff pump. It's a little Toys R Us pump shotgun. I'm not sure if you boys have Toys R Us over in America, but we used to have it here, but I'm pretty sure it went out of business. Anyway, not the topic of the video. We're talking about the lever action shotgun here. It has a faster pullout than the pump, but it has a wider crosshair. It has the same crosshair, believe it or not, as the tac. And if it doesn't, it's very similar. But to me, I've heard before, and I've heard it from other YouTubers, that it's the same crosshair as the tac, the same width and the same dimensions. So basically, you have no drawback between the tac and the lever action, other than the fact of their fire rate. So you can see right now that the DPS of the lever action shotgun is 108.3. That's the gold one right there, okay? Because we're going to focus on the grey and the gold. Everything in between doesn't really matter, okay? It does, but the gold one and the grey one is like basically the worst case scenario and the best case scenario with the weapon. So a DPS, so per second with that gun, you can do 108.3. Now we know you cannot possibly one shot with the lever action. The max gold lever action shot is 165 damage. That's with the headshot multiplier, okay? And you can see the damage to the body right there is 114. With the headshot is 165, like I just said. The very good thing about the lever action shotgun, getting it off spawn, you have the most overpowered shotgun in the game, because it has the best damage capabilities of the game right now, because obviously you can't get a grey charge and you can't get a charge shotgun off floor loot. So if you get a lever action shotgun, even if it's grey, it does 88.35 DPS, but it does 93 max body shot with the grey lever action. But if you hit a headshot and nobody has shield off spawn, you have the best potential of one-shotting somebody. Out of all the shotguns in the game, the lever action is the best one you want off spawn if you have no shield. And especially if your opponent has no shield, you wanna go with that lever action off spawn. So if you have the option between a grey lever and a grey tac, I say take that tac, or take that lever action every time. It's way worth it, and trust me on that one. Okay, basically the summary of the lever action is, the gold lever action, in my opinion, is the most overpowered gun in the game, other than the charge. Obviously, if you can get good at that charge, you can. But in trios, like this is talking about circumstances now. In trios, the lever action or the charge. You know, if you're in trios, sorry about that phone, boys. But if you're in trios, the charge shotgun holds 4 shots, and you have to charge it up, and you've got a trio with all P90s spraying on your wall. You know, it's not the most optimal thing to do to charge. Take a shot, they're going to get your wall guaranteed, and then you have to run, and it's just constantly that. And you can just like box up, they take your wall, they come in, you shoot them, you leave your box, they heal, and it's just a process of that repeating. So in trios, I would say the lever action is the best shotgun in the game. But moving on, we're going to pull up a screenshot of the tac right now. Right, so now we're moving on to the tactical shotgun, the tac. Been in the game since day one, I believe. And one of the most overpowered shotguns in the game. Now I'm only messing. This shotgun has been around for a minute, and out of all the shotguns in the loot pool right now, so we're talking dragon's breath, lever action and charge shotgun, all those other shotguns, in my opinion, require a very high amount of skill. The tactical shotgun though requires the least amount of skill, and I'll tell you why. Because it shoots the fastest, it has pretty good crosshair, like the crosshair is pretty wide, so it's not impossible to hit shots the way like if you were using the combat shotgun back in the day, or like last season. You know, it was pretty hard to hit shots with that thing, but with the tac, nah, it's not that hard. But look, anyway, looking at damage per second with the gold tac right there, it does 132 DPS. Now we know that the lever action, the gold lever action, does 108 DPS, but the damage for a max body with a gold tac is 88 damage. That's just sad. So let me just make that clear. The body damage with the gold tac is 88, But if you go all the way to the grey lever action, the body damage is 93. So the body damage on the lever action, you get rewarded way more for hitting body shots with the lever action. Okay, now obviously the tac shotgun can shoot faster, and the tac shotgun has a higher damage multiplier. I believe it has a 2.0 damage multiplier. So instead of 88, so if you double 80, you get 160. Then plus, I don't even have to do the maths. It's like 170, 180 damage it can do. So it can do more headshot damage than the gold lever action. But if you hit all your body shots with that gold lever action and you get a momentum when you're playing with it, it pays off pretty well. So the tac shotgun shoots faster and it does a higher headshot damage. So if you're more precise with the tac, you can spam it faster and it does more damage per second. But the lever action can really penetrate people. Let's just put it like that. Yeah. So in my opinion, the tac doesn't require a lot of skill. You know, it's just a spam shotgun. Okay. Whereas if the dragon's breath can only be used close range, so you have to be conscious of where you're shooting it. You need to be pressed right up against the grill. The lever action has to time the shots right, and get a momentum with it, and play like almost a hybrid playstyle, as if you were using a pump and attack. So a hybrid playstyle of that basically. And then the charge obviously requires a lot of skill, probably the most skilled weapon in the game right now. So yeah, that's the tac shotgun. I don't really need to go into more detail. It does less body than a grey lever action, but it does more headshot than the gold lever action. So yeah, there's not much to do about it. It's just if you prefer playing with the tac, it's a great alternative. You have great mechanics with the tac because it's been in the game since day one. So you know, you've used it a lot. Yeah, I mean, you've used the tac in multiple seasons before, so if you're familiar with the weapon, I would say keep using it. It's a great weapon for solos, duos, trios, all around the board, because it's the least skilled weapon in the game. So, you know, that's the tac. Moving on. Alright boys, before we get onto the charged shotgun, I just want to bring attention to one quick thing, okay? It's real important to me that you hit that subscribe button. Not for my numbers to go up or anything like that, but just so I know that my content is going out to the people who want to see it. Okay, if you boys are enjoying this video, you're going to subscribe, and my promise to you for subscribing is going to be daily content Monday to Friday, live streaming every tournament, the best tip videos. We're coming for the top seat, okay? We want to be ranking #1 every time you search up a query for Fortnite. We want to be with the answer in top 1. When you search up, we're going to be at the top. That's the goal with this channel, is to provide you guys with the best information possible, and that's my promise, to always give it 100, to put all my effort in and give you the best content and the best answers, the best tips, whatever you want to see it as. I'm going to be doing that. That's me. That's my job. It would greatly appreciate it that if you are enjoying, just in the bottom right, there's a wolf logo. If you tap that, it's going to bring up the option to subscribe. That's all I'm going to ask, man. Just if you like it. Like, if you don't like it, fair enough. You probably wouldn't be here anyway. But without begging too much, I'm going to get on to the next tip. Alright boys, you're about to see a screenshot for the charged shotgun fly onto your screen right now. And we're going to get straight into it. Obviously, you can see the gold one over there on the right does a base body damage of 102. Okay, that means the max damage for a gold charge, I believe, is 204. Because if it has a 2.0 multiplier, that's what it would be. Okay, so the charged shotgun, most overpowered gun in the game, the only gun that can one-shot. I believe from blue to gold, it can one-shot to the head with a max charge headshot. Body shot, still pretty good, but to me, it doesn't feel like the most consistent weapon. Obviously, if you're a defensive player, it can really work in solos because you can just back up off your opponent, box, charge, move into a different box, charge, and just keep moving your way backwards. Let them heal and stuff because you're going to keep smacking them in the face when you hit them with that. But I prefer the lever action simply because if you miss your shot, it's not the most penalizing thing. If you miss 2 shots with the charged shotgun, especially if it's grey to blue, if you miss 2 shots, you're going to be in a bit of a like shitty position right now because you only got 2 shots left. Especially in duos or trios when there's more than one guy on you, it's very hard to deal with that kind of pressure. So you need to get a reload off, and if you're focusing on reloading, you're not focusing on editing and making plays and looking for heals. You know, it really can affect your game in the long term. I know you might not see it that way, but it can. Now, I've nothing against the charge. I'm personally very good with the charge, but still, it is not my personal favourite weapon to carry. I'm a lever action guy since the day it came out. I've had my off turns with it. I have used the charge. I've tried to make the charge work in trios, but it doesn't fit my playstyle or the playstyle I'm trying to build as much as I wanted to build. So I've gone back to the lever action shotgun, and you'll see me in my streams and in tournaments. If I don't have the option of getting the lever action, I'm usually taking attack, but sometimes if I'm feeling myself, I will take a charge shotgun. That's how I like to, that's my relationship with the charge. You know, if I'm feeling myself, if I'm playing good, my aim's on right, I will use the charge. Especially with a P90, it's the best combo you can probably get. Because the P90, you know, fast, high DPS, the charge shotgun, low calculated shots that just fucking bitch slap your opponent. That's what you want. Okay. Obviously, in this screenshot, there's a grey charge shotgun. That's not in the game right now. You boys know that, but I'm not going to go into the grey. The green one, I believe, can do a 197, 198, or a 199 headshot. So it still does a lot of damage for a headshot. I'm not too sure on that, but I believe I am correct. I'm not sure, though. No, I don't think I am, because if you double 88, it's like 170, 180 or something like that. So yeah, that's the charge shotgun. Use it if you're a calculated player, if you've got great aim. I want to move on to the Dragon's Breath, because that's going to be like literally 30 seconds of me talking about the Dragon's Breath. I don't really like it, but I'll try and give as much information as possible and not keep it biased, because it is a very, very extremely overpowered weapon. So yeah, the charge shotgun for calculated players that can hit shots, and it will bitch slap your opponent because it does so much damage. But obviously you have to charge it up, which is too much of a disadvantage in my opinion for my playstyle. But look, it is what it is. Everybody has different strengths, everybody has different weaknesses. That's just what it is. Right, so now you should be seeing the Dragon's Breath on your screen right now. Obviously there's only 2 rarities to the Dragon's Breath, and that's purple and gold. You boys already know that because it's not day 1 for this shotgun. The DPS for the purple one is 152 and the DPS for the gold one is 160. Personally, I don't understand how it has a damage per second of 160 because it takes 4 seconds to reload the thing. It does do a base damage of 160, okay? So, oh wait, yeah, obviously, yeah. That's why it has a DPS 160, because it shoots 1 shot, takes 4 seconds to reload, so the max damage you can do in 1 second is 160. Sorry, boys, my bad. Anyway, 160 on the Dragon's Breath. Now, look, that's an inconsistent 160 in my opinion. The only way the Dragon's Breath is good is in 2 ways. One, you have a P90 and you spray into your opponent's box and stick it in his face and just, like, let it rip. It's very good if you carry 2 shotguns, like a lever and one of them, or attack and one of them, I would recommend. Because if you're a support role on your team, I would say use one of them just to grief wood. Just fling it across the map, you know, grief wood with the thing because it can burn wood. Great for finishes, really great for endgame. That's about it, just for griefing really. I wouldn't really consider it a top tier weapon. I know pros have mastered it and adjusted their playstyles to really play with it, but I don't really feel like it's for me. Like I've said, I'm trying to keep it not as biased as possible, but I really don't like the gun. I hate being one-shotted by it, obviously, because it's one of the only other guns that can one-shot in the game. But like, I would really fancy my chances with a charge because of the crosshair being so small and the range it has. But the Dragon's Breath, man, you might as well have like a flat screen 50-inch TV as your crosshair. It's so big, you need to be literally touching them. Like, I mean, not in the box with them. That'll do for every other shotgun. But, I mean, pressed against their skull with the thing for every pellet to hit for you to get that 160. Very often, when I did try and use it and adapt it into my playstyle, I would hit probably most shots would be 70 or 80 damage. And I was in their boxes and stuff, man. It's just the crosshair is so wide. And then at that, you're going to grief your own box. Like, if you're really low on health and you're trying to win a 50-50, and then all of a sudden you're on like 10 HP or 20 HP and you're trying to shoot this guy, even if it's not arena, okay, so you're not going to get health per kill, you're shooting him, and then your box is on fire because you're going to be building out wood if it's early game, or even mid game. As long as it's not late game, you're going to be building out wood, and then that happens. Like, what are you meant to do? You know, what are you meant to do? Yeah, it's just cruel, isn't it? And that's all I have to say on the Dragon's Breath. I'm going to leave you with this last bit of gameplay, and hopefully you enjoy it. It was pretty funny. We were on a burner. I got a blue pistol to try and like clutch up. I had a rocket launcher the whole game with no rockets. I just dropped it there, you can see that. But yeah, I tried to carry a blue pistol and upgrade it, and we all have nomads now trying to rotate across the whole other side of the zone. It's chaotic. I'm just going to leave you with it. It's pretty funny. I hope you enjoyed the video. Obviously, make sure you hit that sub button. Make sure you like the video because that's real important for the algorithm. And turn on those post notifications if you feel like it, man. It's up to you. But yeah, I'm going to leave you with the content. I hope you enjoy.
And just reevaluate the situation.
Target these boys. Target these boys. Up where we were.
How are we alive?
All the kids behind us.
Oh, cracked. 38, cracked. Beam that. I have a sniper. I have a line of sniper. Yes!
Oh, yes!
Let's go.
Keep spraying.
Keep spraying. They drop down.
24 mats going up. Going up for the high ground retake.
I've no bullets left.
Spray.
I can't. Connor, it's up to you to spray.
19. 19. Crack.
Wait.
Yes, I got my kill. Okay, it's
Okay,
a
look,
2v2.
look, one guy right here, I think. Oh, there's 14 people left.
So we put these people in front of behind us. There's 2 of them and 3 of us.
Yeah, in front of us here, yeah?
Yeah, the ones you killed the teammates. There's only 2 of them.
Oh shit, I'm after falling in my box.
Oh, well, now there's
shit.
only 2 of us.
No, you're still alive, you're in the man.
They push me, I'm the definition of dumb.
Oh, this fella's trying to...
They have zone.
Right now, I guess we are really pushing them.
I'm throwing a hardcore jerry can into them. Please reach.
No,
Land.
right there.
I'll reach. I'm pushing.
Oh,
I'm
I don't
pushing.
think it will.
I'm W king.
Okay, go.
I have to get
If we
some mods real
if we
quick.
kill these, we win the game.
I have mats. There's a big stack
Oh,
of
God.
wood here. Get that into you.
In this box here.
That's so much, Jack.
Get in.
There's 2 of them in that box. Oh, top!
Oh man, bro, in the box
Oh.
there. I can't move. I'm in the corner, I'm hustling.
Jack, can you get up?
Not really, mate.
It's on me. Weird kid.
No, Dylan, I'm landing on your head. Get out the way. He's nuns in there, Dylan, like hard nuns. Give me the wood, give me the brick.
You got to just get in.
You can't.
Oh, I can't, my wall.
Alright, go for it.
Just follow him. There,
Oh,
there.
me! I'm dead! No way am I dead! Oh, I'm back, man.
Just
Duke, oh, what a game! What a game!
15.
He was on 7 HP, one more bullet.
Oh, I had no bullets in anything.
Jesus Christ.